Again, I mean, we don't know that it's really coming from Janša's office. There's some evidence that suggests it might have, others were denials and so on. It's really destructive. I mean, that's the one thing I can say. A paper like that is sending the wrong message. It's encouraging people who believe that ethnically pure borders are the solution of the future. They're also encouraging those who take the position of one day we'll manage. And this is Dodik's position, of course, in Bosnia, to say, I might not get my independent Republika Srpska now, but I will get it at some point in the future, and I just have to wait out until the Westerners are tired of us. And this, I think, is a very dangerous line. And of course, it fits the ideological worldview of people like Janša. I mean, he gave an interview for a newspaper called Our Central Europe, which has, besides Down with Corona dictatorship, a special section on South Tyrol, and promotes ethnic borders and this view of the world of a Europe which is defensive, which is protecting itself against Muslim threats, which is it's xenophobic, it's isolationist, and it's fundamentally based on ethnically based nation states. This is the worldview. I don't know if he wrote the paper, but it reflects the worldview of him and people like Viktor Orban, and this is why it's very important to really step up against such ideas and say this is not going to happen in Europe. This is not acceptable.
What's the purpose? What's the final purpose of Janša, both Janša and Orban, to have this kind of development of the situation in the region?
Well, to some degree, I think they want to claim the leadership of a different type of Europe. I mean, Orban has said it very clear. He has a vision of Europe which is based on nation states. On an anti-Islamic aggressive view. And I mean, the non-paper also was very much anti-Muslim. I mean, the idea of a Muslim mini-state where the Bosniaks should vote whether they are in favor of Turkey or the West is something which not even in the 90s, at the worst period of the Bosnian War, came up to the not very enlightened Western mediators at times. And so, this is really a very Islamophobic worldview. And this is the worldview of Viktor Orban. This is it's authoritarian, it's kleptocratic, and it's based on ethnic nation states, which are acting against imaginary threats from the whole world. And, this is the worldview of Janša, of Orban, of peace in Poland. They hope they can change Europe, basically. This is their goal. They want to change Europe to be reflecting their worldview. And that's a very dangerous vision because it's one which is fundamentally based not on liberal democracy, not on protection of minority rights, on human rights, but it's based on authoritarianism, on kleptocracy, and on ethnic purity. And these are certainly kind of the counterpoints to European values as I and as the European Union has understood them for the last